After gaining more than 800% in 2 days, is this stock actually still undervalued? Remember, when GameStop had its big run up, it gained more than 3,000%. The two stocks that I mentioned in this video today are the two most traded stocks in the world right now, making up over 1 trillion shares traded on Thursday and Friday alone. This SPAC is the most exciting stock in the world right now. The stock is of course Digital World Acquisition Corp, ticker DWAC. This is not only the most mentioned stock on Wallstreetbets right now, but is the most talked about stock in the world, topping the list of mentions on every social media trading forum. If you're new to the channel and want to hear more about these exciting stocks about to make huge gains, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is not financial advice. Now let's dive into this exciting stock to see what all the hype is about and to see what has led some investors to believe that the SPAC boom is back. Digital World Acquisition Corp has become one of the most popular stocks in the world over the past few days and has broke records on the stock market. During the major SPAC boom of 2020, into the first few months of 2021, SPACs reached all-time high prices. Some of these, like Lucid, reached over $60. Playboy reached $60 in May, after gaining steady for several months. QuantumScape even reached highs of over $130 in one crazy week back in December. Then comes Digital World Acquisition Corp this week. On Wednesday evening, the SPAC was trading at a few cents below $10. Remember that $10 is the floor for pre-merger SPACs. And by lunchtime on Friday, this stock had hit a new all-time record high for a SPAC of $175 and had been halted in trading more than 10 times. So what's all the hype about? DWAC is a blank check company formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, capital stock exchange, asset acquisition, stock purchase, reorganization, or similar business combination with one or more businesses, intending to pursue a combination with a leading tech company. And on Wednesday, DWAC and Trump Media and Technology Group entered into a merger agreement providing for business combination that will result in Trump Media becoming a publicly listed company. Trump Media Group is the latest company to be set up by former US President Donald Trump and is planning to be a uniting force of freedom of expression. The company will operate its three main brands, Truth Social, TMTG Plus, and TMTG News, with a clear vision for the company going forward. In 2021, the media pendulum has swung dangerously far to the left. Silicon Valley, the mainstream media, and big tech have begun to forcibly silence voices that do not align with their work ideology. They are not just censoring content, they are determining what can and cannot be said. By controlling how information is shared, they control the narrative, they control the future, and they control you. To counter this, Trump Media and Technology Group are building a media and technology company rooted in social media, digital streaming, and more. TMTG intends to even the playing field by providing people with open media platforms where they can share and create content without fear of reputational ruin. At this point, I just want to say I have no political standing on this at all. As usual, I'm here to talk about stocks, to talk about the companies and try to bring you the information about these stocks. So I'm going through the company's website the same as I would go through any company's website. And this week, this stock has gone crazy after Donald Trump has announced plans to launch a new social media network called Truth Social via this merger with DWAC. He said the platform would stand up to the tyranny of big tech, accusing them of silencing opposing voices in the US. Of course, this comes after Trump was banned from Twitter and suspended from Facebook after the US Capitol riots. Last year, Twitter and Facebook began deleting some of his posts or labeling them as misleading, and after Trump called those at the Capitol patriots, this prompted Twitter and Facebook to rule that it was too risky to allow him to continue to use their sites. So in typical and quite frankly comical Trump fashion, he had stated, "We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced," and then went about setting up his own social media. And the level of exposure that this has got this week has led to some fantastic headlines, such as Trump's deal to make SPACs great again. Now this article goes on to say that he wants to create a platform that rivals Twitter or Facebook, but that simply won't happen. But TMTG has much bigger plans than just rivaling Twitter and Facebook, so let's look at the brand new company presentation. So one of the first things that we see in this presentation is that TMTG is looking at the opportunity to disrupt the big tech. And this is not just Twitter and Facebook. TMTG are looking to rival Facebook and Twitter with Truth Social, streaming services and conventional news such as Netflix or CNN, with TMTG Plus and TMTG News, and looking to rival Amazon and Google in the long term too. The group sees this as an industry ripe for further segmentation, with potentially hundreds of millions of users, where they reckon 1/3 would use this new type of social media platform. Trump has been using social media for years to connect with his supporters. Prior to this, he had a huge reality TV presence thanks to shows like The Apprentice, and prior to being banned off social media, he had amassed about 90 million followers on Twitter and 33 million on Facebook. So it's very possible that this new media platform could be very successful, and considering the massive celebrity following that Trump has, Truth Social could very quickly find itself with a very high number of users if it can be launched at a high enough quality. Which leads us to the question of what is the app like? And the truth is here that we do not know. As of yet, this is all hype and speculation. We know about the company's vision, but we do not know anything else about TMTG. There is no financial statements for us to look at, there is no revenue guidance that we can assess. Remember that this is a multi-billion-dollar company right now being valued at around $3 billion. So this is very risky to be investing in. At the moment, this is a combination of Wallstreetbets at its finest, like we seen earlier this year with GameStop and AMC. And then we have Trump's attitude of, if you try to silence me on your platform, I'll just create my own platform. This combination makes this incredibly risky, and I have no doubt that this will be extremely volatile over the next few weeks. On the other side of this argument is, what if DWAC's projections are correct? What if they can amass millions of users and rival the FANG companies? DWAC currently has a market cap of around $3 billion. Twitter is valued at $50 billion. Disney and Netflix are each valued at over 100 times DWAC's valuation. And Facebook is nearly a $1 trillion company. So if Trump Media Group can actually compete with these, then this $3 billion valuation is actually tiny. If we remember the run that GME had earlier this year, that was fueled by Wallstreetbets and the Reddit community. At the moment, the only thing that is more talked about on Reddit than DWAC is Bitcoin and Ethereum. In terms of stocks, nothing comes even close to this, except maybe for Phunware, which had seen even bigger percentage gains yesterday due to its links to Trump Media and DWAC. Phunware is a software startup involved with Trump's 2020 re-election campaign, which jumped in unison with DWAC. The figures here are wrong. This did not jump to 875. Phunware ran from only $1 on Thursday morning up to over $20 before being halted several times on Friday. Eventually, after dropping back to below $5, this finished the day at $8.74. Check out the video that I made yesterday about this stock, and check out the insane run, even though, as stated here, there was no indication that DWAC and Phunware had a business relationship. DWAC was the single most actively traded stock on Fidelity. Meanwhile, the ticker was among the most popular mentions on Reddit's Wallstreetbets. The ticker also trended topic on Twitter, which indicated that DWAC could be having a meme stock effect like GameStop and AMC. One top post on the Wallstreetbets message board on Friday morning featured what appears to be a user's equity portfolio touting daily gains of over $10,000 from betting on the SPAC. And Wallstreetbets are claiming that this stock could run up as high as $500 or even $1,000. And Phunware is not the only stock that has very strong links to this, and that could see absolutely insane gains over the next couple of weeks. There is a number of companies that have strong links to both Trump and to Digital World Acquisition Corp that I plan to cover on the channel over the coming days. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. 77% of my viewers in the past 28 days are still unsubscribed. Subscribe and find out more about these stocks as soon as I make a video, instead of finding my videos after the stocks have made huge gains. It costs you nothing, but it could make you a lot of money. And if the gains are anything like the gains seen at Digital World or at Phunware, then you don't want to miss out on these. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you've watched all the way through, then please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. What do you think will happen here next? Do you think that DWAC will drop again next week, or do you think that this will make another huge run? And what do you think about the Wallstreetbets type of trading? Is it a good thing or a bad thing in the stock market of 2021? Let's remember that a lot of average retail investors made a lot of money from GME and AMC earlier this year, and now DWAC too. But likewise, a lot of average retail investors have lost a lot of money. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and bell notification, and I'll catch you in the next one.